Is this your first time?
おはようございます。新京和国パイロットです。コールサインははやて1944。今日もマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会、コミュニティフライに参加していきたいと思います。今日の飛行区域はあれですね。
That's the flight area today.
ドイツの首都ベルリンから、デンマークの首都コペンハーゲンですね。
From Berlin, the capital of Germany, to Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark.
先週は本当大変だったのになかなか飛べませんでした。リアルワールドがなかなか大変で来週はどうなるでしょうかね。
The Heisei era was really difficult, but I couldn't fly. The real world was really
公式集会だけは外
difficult.
せないので、もう離陸していきますか。
Shall we take off now?
飛んでいくのかな。
I wonder if it
飛ん
will
でいって
fly
ます
away.
ね。じゃあ行きますか。
Motion compensation
流
activated.
れに沿っ
Shall
て。
we go
川
then?
島さん、こんばんは。
おはようございます。こんばんはか。おーい、どうですか。眠くないですか。さあ今日は公式
Good
集会
morning,
行
good
きます。
evening, Howie. How are you? Are you sleepy?
ヤッホー、なんかちょっと久しぶりです。離陸いたしや
Yahoo,
し
it's
た。
been a while.
C160 が飛んでいきますな。これはダイヤモンドエアクラフトの DA40、4人乗りの飛行機で
The
すね。
C-160 is flying. This is Diamond Aircraft's
なかなか
DA-40A.
先進的なデザインの飛行機でございます。
I am the defendant of the design.
はい、了解。周波数変更ね。
Yes, I
川
understand.
島さん、
A few
眠くはないで
changes.
すが目が若干疲れてるぐらいです。
なるほど。
I see.
時々休憩を入れるといいらしいですよ。
It seems like it would be a good idea to
い
take
や
a
いい
break.
ね。なんだったっけ。
What was that?
先週末にマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーター2024の、予約したんですけど、
2024
予約した時の特典の飛行機もダウンロードできましたね。今日何機か飛んでましたよ。
You were also able to download the plane of time score. There were several planes flying today.
さあベルリンの街、ドイツの
The
首都
city
で
of
すね。
Berlin.
これは昔、私が若い頃になるまでずっとそうだったんですけど、
This was true a long time ago. Well, until I was young.
昔冷戦の頃2つに分かれてて、東ドイツと西ドイツって、分断されてたんですけど、その時にこのベルリンっていう街は東ベルリンと西ベルリンと2つに分かれてたんですね。ベルリン自体は完
A
全
long
に
time ago,
東ドイツ
during the
の
Cold War, Berlin was
領内
divided
に入
into
って
two
て、
parts, the white people of East and the white people, and at that time, this town called Berlin was divided into East Berlin and West Berlin.
Yeah, you know, I can say the same. I have technically been to Denmark. I have been on sovereign Danish soil.
で、ベルリンの壁っていうので 突然できたらしいんですね。それまで西ドイツ、東ドイツって自由に行き来できてたんですけど、
So, the Berlin Wall
ある
was
日突
suddenly
然
built,
壁が
and
で
up
き
until
て、
then, people could move freely between West Germany
あ
and
そう
East
そう、
Germany.
別れ別れになったらしいです。
2024購入予定です。
It's new.
Does that count as you were in Denmark? I say it does.
お、そうですか。購入、まあ、
Is that
購入、
so?
予約購入はしました。したらなんか新
I
し
had
い
lunch.
黄色くて大きい飛行機ですよ。なんていう飛行機だかちょっとわかんないけど。
It's a big plane, but I don't know what it's called.
消防用の飛行機なのかな、なんかちょっと変わった形の船
I
が
wonder if it's a
船じゃない飛
firefighting
行機
plane.
が、見えました、
I saw it.
ベルリン上空、やはり大きな街ですね。高層ビルはないですけどね。
Above Berlin, it's a big city after all, though there aren't any
戦闘機の
skyscrapers.
後ろをついていきます。かっこいいリバリーですね。黒にヤッホー
That's a cool daily rate. That
灰
one on
色の
black.
格子模様のスペシャルリバリーの飛行機。
Instructor pattern special livery airplane.
ヤッホー
Yahoo!
イエーイ、おはようございます。日本ではおはようございます。ヨーロッパの方だとこんばんはでしょうかね。
Hey,
久
good
しぶりに
morning.
やっぱり
Good
やっと
morning in
VR
Japan.
すげえ
Good
なと。
evening
あ、
if
隊
you're
長
in
だ。
Europe.
隊長にちょっとご挨拶していこうかな。
Does that, so if I'm saying which US state,
I would like to say hello to you about your health.
and a lot of people will say yes, a lot of people will say no.
I can only speak about myself.
隊長おはようございます。今日もよろしくお願いします。
Paris Airport and
いいっす
Good
ね、ベル
morning.
リン。
Thank you for your continued support today.
このままコースとしてはあれですか？
visiting those.
デンマークに、
Is
デンマー
this
ク
the
も
course
北
as
欧
it
の
is?
一部らしいので、このまま北欧に行くんでしょうかね。
Yeah, for sure. Won't you know?
So, are you going to go to Northern Europe?
By the way, just as we're departing the Berlin area, we got some famous landmarks here. We saw these last week on the flight. We arrived early and with some shenanigans.
いやー、今日はいい天気ですね。ライブウェザーにしています。
Definitely done that.
時刻はいじってます。
I do not,
No, it's nice weather today. I'm
朝の
setting
9
it
時
to
ぐ
live
らいにしたん
weather.
じゃないかな。
I'm messing with the time.
there it is right there. There is the Brandenburg Gate, right below me. Iconic landmark in Berlin. And yes, if anyone in the chat has
いいですな、ベルリンの街。
the Brandenburg Gate,
Listener Berlin City.
proof requires picture it didn't happen. I actually don't think it. But I'd love to be proven wrong. Stuff in this video.
あー、違うな。
Nick said it is possible, but only with the scenery.
The real thing is different.
What about the World States and City update installed? They don't have any third-party payware like Berlin scenery, so maybe you need that. All right, so here we go. Let's ask this to chat. We'll put this out there to the public. So, to Captain Rash's question, chat, if you had a connecting flight in, say, a country or a specific city, state, and you get off the plane, you walk around the airport, you never leave the airport, does that count as visiting that location? Type 1 if you think it is yes, type 2 if you think it is no.
いや
And already right out the gate, we're split.
Well then.
ー、じゃあ昨日知り合いの人がスペインに行ったって言ってお土産くれましたよ。チョコレート。めっちゃ美味しかった。
A friend of
バル
mine
セ
from
ロナの、
earlier told me he went to
サグラダ・
Spain
ファ
and
ミ
gave
リア
me
見
a
てきたって言って
souvenir.
ましたよ。
The chocolate was
やっ
really
ぱ絵とは
delicious.
違って荘厳な雰囲気だったって言ってました。
That airport
やっぱ実際
He
に行
said
くって
the
いうの
atmosphere
は
was like this.
So even if you never leave the airport,
違うでしょうね。やっぱりそこにいる人とかもいるし。
That's probably not the case. After all, there are people there as well.
あれバーチャルでは得られない何かがあるかもしれないですな。
I don't think
まあそらそうやろな。
counted
いくら進化しても。
as them and like
Yes, there may be something that can't be done virtually.
超えられない何かがあるような気がしますね。FW90 ってコンドルっていう
FW90
FW200 だったっけ？コンドルっていうのはあれは持ってない飛行機っぽいな。
that is a valid point. You don't get your
あ、
passport.
こ
I
れは違い
mean,
ます
the
ね。
Condor doesn't have that. It looks like an airplane.
標準飛行機ですね。
But I'm in.
ダイヤモンドエ
That's
アクラフト、これは6人乗りのやつですね。
However, what if you're flying?
It's a 6-seater.
What if I'm flying from, say, Los Angeles to Houston?
4人よりちょっと4人乗りよりちょっと性能がいいんじゃないですかね、こっちの方が。
Isn't this one a little better in performance than a 4-seater?
Just saying, I've visited Arizona. Pick that off my list of 50 U.S. states that I've visited. In that scenario, you don't need to go through border control.
イギリスの国旗。
British flag.
but does it satisfy your curiosity about that location?
No.
昨日マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターのフォーラムをちらっと見ておったんですよ。これなんだろう。
I was
した
taking a
ら
quick
やっぱ
look
マ
at
イ
the
クロソフ
Microsoft
ト
Fly
フライト
Simulator
シミュレータ
forum
ー
yesterday.
2020と
I wonder
2024
what
は
this is.
同時に、マルチプレイで同じ空間を飛ぶことはで
EH
きないっぽい
Multifly
です
same in
ね。
multiplayer.
I mean, yes, flybys, of course, they wouldn't come because maybe during the intercontinental
作りかけの道路かな。
airports because they actually
I guess it's a Furikake road.
Okay, what about this one? This is not even an aviation scenario now. What if
なんか作りかけの道路っぽいですね。
across the United States?
いやー、写真測量だと、でもこんなにふにゃふにゃしてるのか、鉄塔か？鉄塔かもしれます。高圧電線かなんかの鉄塔かもしれないですね。
But I don't actually.
It looks like a road that is still being built. Wow, the photo is so squishy, even if it's just a shipping fee.
In my opinion,
It could be a
と
steel
お化け
tower.
化している
landmark.
状態になっておりますが、
Although it is in a state where.
Yeah. It's interesting how people are.
今日はどんな飛行機が多いんでしょうな。
Actual Gull says you can.
I wonder what kind of planes there are today.
experiencing the scenery here.
Oh, ミハイルさんもおる。あの DH88 っていうのが新しいやつじゃないかな。違うかな。デハビランドカナダ
Said
クニャララ
Mikhail
って書いてあったような
San.
気
I
がするん
think
だ
there
よ
was
な。
something called DH88, but I don't think so.
Stores on the sidewalk. Yeah.
Peter, I think factual is calling you fast. She says you're not human scale.
It's mean but fair. I meant that, well.
Oh no, the opposite. She's calling you small.
Oh, because I'm the same size of Lego. Ah, yes, but this is
Yeah.
AI-generated Lego, so that's different.
Peter's point is really like very interesting. I would say you should draw a
無
line.
理かな。
If you fly with a J
いや
I guess
ー、
it's
気持ち
impossible.
いいねー。ドイツの空。
technically counted as visiting
Hey, German
an
sky.
airliner, it's too fast and too high.
Too high, and if you're 10 kilometers up with some clouds in between, you can't see anything. Yeah.
Well, look at this comment from Johnny Louie here. Johnny says your body is touching the car and the car is touching the soil. Okay, but if I'm at the airport, my feet are touching the airport floor and the airport floor is touching the soil. But the consensus
あ、
of
これ
Chad
かっ
was that
こいい。
does not count.
Why does
This is cool.
総発で、前後にプロペラがついているセスナの飛行機じゃないですかね。これかっこいいですよね。
But on an international
Isn't this the airplane inside the facility with long hair and propellers on the front and back? This is cool.
Okay, all right. Here, how about this one? Let's say I'm in Las Vegas. I'm in Nevada, and I do a helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon. Which you can do in Las Vegas.
Have you been
And-
to the
Well, and you cross the border from Nevada into Arizona in a helicopter, and then you return to Nevada in the helicopter and land.
ATR4
You ever got out of the helicopter?
ATR4 だか
ATR4.
なんだかわかんないけどアップデがあったような気がするな。
I feel like there was an update even though I'm a girl.
These questions, the answers to these questions are not as obvious as you might think. Maxwell says, what I'm hearing is you really want to check off all 50 things. Yes, that is actually true, Maxwell.
ビーチクラフトモデル 35VGB 翼の飛行機ですね。
But you haven't had the chance
It's a
to
Beechcraft model 35 volts tailplane.
right? Like with people, with whatever.
これもまあ尾翼が1枚少なくて済むから空気抵抗の観点では まあ有利は有利なんでしょうね。
Well, this is also an advantage in terms of air resistance, since it requires one less tail fin.
Have interaction with this specific person. That means I
まあそれでも
talk to them.
あんまり
Well,
こういうタイプの
still.
飛行機が少ないっていうのはそれなりに、やっぱ
It's
難
true
しい
that
と
there
ころ
aren't
が
that
あるんでしょ
many.
う、技術的にも。なんか潜水艦の後ろについてる羽も十字にするより X にした方がなんか
We're now saying
冗長性が高いようなことが書いてありましたね。
There was also something written at the station saying that it would be more redundant if the wings on the back of the submarine were set to X rather than 11 o'clock.
that's low enough. That does count. So somewhere there's a cutoff point. Right? That's what that implies.
Yes. 5,000 feet. I'll stay on the
Didi, just something off topic. I think your
あ、これ写真出っぱ、あ、写真じゃないや。車輪が出っ放しになってるからちゃんと見えてないのかな。標準飛行機かな。
volume slightly to the same level as
This is a photo and not a photo. I guess you can't see it properly because the wheels are sticking out. I guess it's a standard airplane.
The same volume level I've always said.
Yes, my rush is a bit loud maybe, but I don't know
lower than my volume.
Okay, let me boost this second.
ヤッホー。
Chef.
今日はまあ巡航速度130ノットっていうことで、
Today, the cruising speed was
エクストラ
130 knots.
330LT に乗っております。この飛行機は大変、
Check.
操縦しやすい飛行機です。もうちょっとパワーがあるといいですけどね。
Yeah, is Peter.
I'm going to hijack this plane. It's a very easy plane to fly. I wish it had a little more power.
Chat, I'll have to say. But in our private voice chat, the Roush,
That's your
on my end. Medic said,
違うかな。DH なんとかだと思うんだよな。DHC かな。あー、こ
I
れじゃない
wonder
っぽ
if
い
it's wrong
です
DH. I
な。
think it's somehow DHC, I guess.
Yes, see. Can you switch from my screen to the-
なんか黄色い飛行機でしたよ。あ、これじゃないな。
It was a yellow plane. Isn't this it?
Yeah, but there, I hear there's a bit of an echo effect.
違いますね。
That's not true.
FW90 ってえらい勢い出てくるけど、これ何なんだろう。
Something to that.
90 is a Rada that's coming out today, but I wonder what it
持
is.
ってないな、やっぱり。
Might not have anything to say, and you have to keep talking just for audio, purposes. I don't think I can leave it
I might have found the issue. Is that better now, Chad? Peter can talk.
Oh, sorry. Because I did say that from OBS.
ポッキウルフ190かな。
What did you do? What did you do?
負けプレイには来てなかったような気がするけど。
Video Ninja.
Ah.
I think it might be because you have that standard link that you always use. And I think in OBS I had two set up from a couple weeks ago when we had like 8
20,
guests or something.
yeah.
And like your standard link and then someone else was using another link. Touch and go soon. 8 nautical miles ahead, so I guess that's soon.
Shit.
いいっすな、この飛行機も好きな飛行機です。
Hey, here's a fun question.
ターボプロ
Good
ップの、
Sanako's airplane is also my favorite airplane.
なんかがっしりしてるのが好きですね。
Like, how does it
I like how sturdy it is.
Can I
not like
make
the honors?
an educated guess?
Yeah, I know the right answer, but go ahead and make an educated guess.
I think it's actually traction mouse movement. See how
あとモデルの出来もいいと思います。
the delay between
I also think the model deck is nice.
where exactly
しかしドイツの北の方って延々とこんな平べったい、とこなんですよね。いかにも、
That is absolutely right. So
However, the
Europa
northern court
っていう
of Germany is a flat cousin of the circle.
麦畑チックな、パッチワーク田園風景が続くんですけれども、
moving their mouse naturally will have
Wheatfield the landscape continues
一
with
人
a
で
chic
飛んでたらめっ
patchwork.
ちゃ退屈なところでございますな。
yeah.
There you have it.
In computing, there's no such thing as a truly random number. The best we can do is pseudo-random numbers that appear random and can mostly be considered random for almost all purposes, but not 100% pure true randomness. That's actually like pretty much
こ
impossible.
れは何型か。お、C 型。最近 C 型乗ってる人なんかよく見かけるな。
Like random number generators use
海
things like
軍型
What
人気に
model
なっ
is
たんで
this?
しょうか。
July, I've been seeing a lot of
昔は
people driving Model C lately.
They use
海軍型乗ってる人そんなにいなかった。 P38 じゃん、かっこいいやつじゃん。
Navy type, there weren't that many people on board P-38. That's a cool guy.
the webcam frame of the video of Lava Land. They'll create a shot,
やっぱだいぶ大きいですね、海軍型は。
checksum out of it, and that's the random checksum.
As expected, it's quite big, the Cayenne type.
when we had a programming course.
ネイビーバージョン。
And he used bubbles.
Navy version.
Had a bubble generator in a tank, a small tank.
Basically a webcam is great randomized.
あ、うん、ゆっくり飛ぶのがでも海軍型のがいいのかな。着艦するために低速で飛びやすいようになってるでしょうね。翼面積も大きいしね。
back when I was hang on, let's
なるほどなるほど。
where one nautical
I think it would be better to fly slowly, but the Navy type would be better. It would be easier to fly at low speed in order to ignite. It also has a large surface area. I see.
I think this is it here. Looks like a runway, right? The grass strip.
Yeah.
Still 4.8 miles, 4.5 miles.
いやー、この飛行機のモデルもいいですな。昔はラダーとかのが変な角度向いてたけど、メーカーがちゃんと直して、ちゃんと綺麗に見えるし、昔はラダーが傾いてたり、マルチプレイで見るとなかなかひどかったんですけどね。素晴らしい。
Wow, this airplane model is also nice. In the past, the rudder was facing at a strange angle, but the manufacturer fixed it properly and it looks
It
nice.
looks like it runs.
In the past, the
Oh,
rudder was tilted and it looked pretty bad when
P38.
you watched it in multiplayer.
ライトニング、
Almost exactly US.
騒動の悪魔とも呼ばれ、日本海軍から目指しと呼ばれ、
Yeah. See where all the people land.
Also known as the Devil of Turmoil, the Japanese Navy called him the Devil of Rain.
キャッホー。しかしまあ普通に飛んだら この飛行機では全
But
く
if
追
you
いつけない
fly
飛行機
normally,
です。あれなんだろう。タ
I
ッチン
wonder
ロ
what
ー
it
か。
is.
滑走路どれよ。あれか。
This is interesting. I've noticed
Which runway is that?
flying from Europe. For GA, there's a lot more grass strips than there are in North America. Even small GA airports in North America tend to have paved runways. But in Europe, grass
いやー、モーションシミュレーク29になったらこの横滑りの感覚が楽しめるのにな。
Peter and Arash, let me know when you're lined up.
はい。
Well, I wish I could enjoy this feeling of skidding when I was 29 and went for a fantasy hobby.
I don't want to be distracted.
素晴らしい。
That's the social contract when you appear as a guest.
Wonderful.
You have to put your landings up for review by the community. All right, here we go.
It was 51.
お、大きいのがいるな。
It was
Is there a big one?
myself.
Doesn't count if there's no video evidence.
これか。
Oh, I mean, that was pretty smooth.
Is this it?
Okay, 1 second. All right, over to Peter's screen. All right, Chad, how would you rate that landing on a grass strip? I thought that was a pretty good one. Bennett gives it an 8. That was better than an 8.
It's
Harsh.
really good.
An 8 is really good, but I thought that was a really good landing.
I should rate 9.
C160。
Yeah, I'd give you an 8. I mean, if Chad's gonna give
C
it- Well, if Chad's
160.
gonna give me an 8. I mean, I thought yours was good. I wouldn't say it was better than mine. I would say they're about equal. So if I get an 8, then you would also get an 8 by definition.
時々この公式集会この C160 が並んで C160 飛行隊になっているところを見かけます。
All right, so back to the computer science.
Domino Picon official meeting. You can see these C-160s lined up to form a C-160 squadron.
What I wrote is pseudo
何を運んでるかよくわかりませんけどね。
appear to be random, but aren't necessarily random.
I'm not sure what you're carrying though.
Computer programming languages. Basically just has a
こ
big
の子
list.
でもモデルが今一つなんだよな。
And yes, as Ederin said,
There are only a few models in the US.
where in that list you start. Because if you didn't seed your random number generator, every time you generated
ほ
random
ら
numbers,
ドイツ
it would
の
always generate
国籍を敷き付けてますね。
the exact same order every single time.
See, you're attracting German nationality.
A location within that list of pseudo-random numbers.
30の54。
Every now and then you want to reseed
54 of 30.
you pick another spot from the list to then go. Now, you talked about webcams and lava lamps. Back when I was in university studying this stuff, those things didn't really exist. And so how we used to lava lamps, but webcams pointing at a bank of lava lamps did not exist. So how my university professors taught us to see our random number generators was at runtime, like when you're actually running the program, the computer would calculate, and some of you are going to know the significance of this date and time. The computer would calculate the number of seconds that had elapsed since midnight UTC on January 1st, 1970, and then that would be the seed for the random number generator.
ドイツも森が多いですね。
So anyone in chat, here's your computer.
There are always a lot of
Anyone in chat, what
forests.
is significant about that
い
exact
や
date
ー
and
しかし
time?
見渡す限りフラットですな。
Midnight UTC, January 1st, 1970.
No, but it's flat as far as the eye can see.
Surly Dev got it first. So, congrats, Dev. I mean,
ちょっ
Surly
と
Dev
珍しい
has
飛
Dev,
行機探しのためにでも出ますか。
doesn't imply that they would know.
Would you like to go out to find a rare airplane?
The operating system Unix
スピットファイヤーが
you
2
count
機。
and calculate all days.
いやー、
Spitfire
乗
is
船早
popular.
く出んかな。
The epoch time
あ、
is midnight
川島さん発見。おお、イーグルじゃないですか。
and then all
でも
days and times
軽飛
Mana
行機。
Kawashima sand discovered.
number of energy
残念。
numbers that have elapsed
Disappointing.
time. If you remember the Y2K problem, there's also going to be a Unix time problem at some point in the future.
2038, if I remember.
2038, yeah.
2038, if I remember correctly, somewhere.
Yeah, this is when the number of seconds that has elapsed since the Unix
あれもういないのかな。なんだいそうだけど。
I wonder if he's gone anymore. That seems like a problem.
Will have to be reprogrammed to use a 64-bit integer, which kicks the can down the road for like another 30 billion years or something. So it'll be their problem to solve.
あれでも
We'll all be gone by then.
あれですね。この飛行機だとあんまり離されちゃうと多分戻れないのでそろそろ戻る
Why
か。
did they choose January 1st, 1970?
Why are you going back soon?
That is an interesting question.
ATR の4。
I believe because
あ、ヘルキャットだ。
when he started.
ATR's 4 off,
永遠の宿
Hellcat.
敵。まあヘルキャットだとゼロ戦だとちょっとなかなか勝てないけど。
Chosen but rejected.
Well, when it comes to Hellcat 06, I haven't bought it very often.
It says it was randomly chosen. I doubt that. Almost nothing in computer science is
ストール、ATR。
There's always a method to the madness at some point.
Best ATR.
Yeah, but one of the best. We'll just use this one. It was one of the.
ヤッホー。鹿島さんゆ
Yahoo
っくり飛べるかな。
I wonder if he'll
130ノ
come.
ットはちょい難しいかもですな。イーグ
It
ル
might
で
be difficult.
But there was a genuine error, right? I mean, the fact that Y2K didn't happen was because they jumped on it.
もう光る光る。
But there were a lot.
It's already shining.
There would have been a lot of problems if they didn't do it.
This is one of those things that drives me bonkers. Is when people say, "Hey, remember when everyone thought?"
このしかしコミュニティフラインどうなるんだろうな。2024が出たら2024になるのかな、やっぱり。
It was a real issue.
I wonder what will happen to community flying.
お、
I wonder if it will be 2024 when 2024 comes out.
Spent billions of dollars and countless hours upgrading all their systems
パレスと書いてあるから宮殿ですね。
and then the takeaway from
お
It
ーやべえ
says
スピー
palace,
ド速す
so
ぎ
it's
る
a palace.
飛行機壊れちゃう。
we guess we don't need to prepare for any future problems.
The plane will break down.
Drives me absolutely bonkers. Tasha says, I had a lot of work before Y2K. Yeah, I did too. I was a computer science student at university at the time, 1998, 1999, and I had summer student internships, summer jobs where I was working for various IT firms. And one of my duties, I had to do like a lot of Y2K upgrades.
うーん。ランドマークですが、ま
I
あ
was
まあ。
there, old Dan yells at cloud.
Mark, but
Ma.
okay.
まあまあまあまあ。
Everyone else thought the jump to conclusion
Well, well, well.
大きく目を引くところはありませんでしたな。
There wasn't anything that really caught my eye.
ヤッホー。
Same goes with everything else, right?
Chef,
川島さんがここ後ろの
You
方
have
に
a storm coming in,
at the back of
い
the
らっしゃい
school.
ますな。
talks about it, and it could cause so much damage, and then when nothing happens, well, guess what? Like people are prepared because of all of the warnings and everything.
今180ノット。このくらいだとイーグルでも。
It's 180 knots now, even if it's an eagle.
webcam.
大丈夫かもね。
He's still streaming to us.
It might be okay.
Fashion has a very good point here.
まあ、130ノットぐらいだったら130ノットか、まあ、ギリいけるかな。
コピー、E さん、なぜ画面に女性がいるのか。
Well, if it's about 130 knots, I think it could barely last 130 years.
彼女は、Google トランスレーターです。
I'm in the business of doing
It's a translator.
Google 翻訳のお姉さんですね。キャラクターを作ってみました。
Don't go too deep. Well, nothing did happen.
It's Google Translate's big sister. I made a character.
Alex, have you switched off your targeting computer, Peter? Well, you disappeared off the camera for.
Oh yeah.
コピー、E さん、それは本物の女性ですか？
ートフォンの Google 翻訳のアプリです。
Well, it's a Google Translate app on your smartphone.
プログラムが喋るのに合わせてキャラクターの口がパクパク、動くように作ってあります。
The character's mouth is made to move as the program speaks.
Next touch and go waypoint is Echo Delta Oscar Whiskey. Currently 20 miles away. I'm not sure if it's a grass strip or a paper night. Stuxton says I was born where we are flying right
ま
now.
あキャビンアテンドさんの一人ですね。
興味深いですね。
I'm one of the cabin attendants.
日本にはアニメがたくさんありますよ。それはもう多分
Well, on that note,
There are a
アメ
lot
リ
of
カの
anime
皆
at
さん
night,
が思ってる
probably
と
already.
chat.
よりたくさんあると思います。
I think there are many more.
All right, I'm gonna go UK, Gibraltar, Canada, Austin, Texas, Norwich, Chicago, Germany, Norway.
日本のアニメをアメリカで見るのはなかなか難しいものなんでしょうかね。
Virginia, Hungary,
Is it quite difficult to watch Japanese anime in
彼女
America?
は胸が大きい。
アメリカの女の人はでもみんな豊かなバストなんじゃないですか？
But don't all American women have that ample bust?
PR, Netherlands, Vancouver, France, Hungary, India, Scotland, Germany,
日本の女性は割とフラットなバストの人が多いです。
Many Japanese women have relatively flat busts.
Bristol, UK,
コビー、イーさん、多くのアニメは英語の吹き替えや字幕付きです。
そうなんですかね。ああ、なるほど。私も Amazon プライムで時々アニメ見たりします。まあ時間取られるのでそんなには見ないですけど。
Japan, Switzerland, Brazil,
Is that so? Ah, I see. I sometimes watch anime on Amazon Prime too. Well, it takes up a lot of my time, so I don't watch it that much.
Germany,
なるほど。私はどっちかいうと大きい方が好きですね。
Wisconsin, Slovakia,
I see. I prefer the larger one.
North, Senegal Island. Did I say it right? I don't know. Garden
今
City,
日は、
London,
ドイツの首都ベルリン
Well,
から
today,
デンマークの首都コペンハーゲンに向かって飛んでま
コビー
す。、
イーさん、日本人女性はアメリカ人
flying
に似てい
towards
るというのは本
Copenhagen,
当
the
ですか？
capital of Denmark.
日本人女性はアメリカ人に似ている。いや、全く似てないと思いますよ。完全にアジアの、
Engine, I
人種で
think
す
women
ね。
are similar to
まあアメリカに
Americans,
も
totally Asian.
アメリカにもアジアの人がいるんでしょうけど、まあ、アジアの中でもまあ
I am cruising a little bit faster than you.
I guess there are Asian people in America too, but seriously.
Well, it says my ground speed is 141 right now, so yeah, I got to throttle back.
まあ割と、
you on live, right?
Well,
顔も
relatively.
体もフラットな人が多いと思いますね。
I always fly with
I think there are many flat people.
For me to fly, I found out it's better to go with the
映画とかで見る白人女性とはだいぶ異なった姿をしています。
She looks very different from the white women you see in
Yeah,
movies.
here it is. We got Demonic Dragon to my 4 o'clock low and a 747.
コビー、イーさん、あなたとはいつも面白い会話をしています。
やっぱり他の国のことってよくわかんないから話聞いてると楽しいですよね。
Ha ha ha, I don't really know much about other countries, so it's fun to hear their stories.
I was hoping somebody will fly with 415. because I have it now.
The pre-order
Yeah.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. You get the de Havilland Canada CL415 firefighting aircraft. So,
日本で今午前4時ですが、アメリカだと
For the first time,
28-17
ordered the South
午前11時とかお昼ちょっと前ぐらいですか。
Normally that makes perfect sense.
It's 4 a.m. in Japan right now, but in America it's 28 to 5 p.m., about 11 a.m. or a little
今日の
before
アメリカ
noon.
文化は多様すぎて説明するのは難しい。
そうなんでしょうね。
Full blown.
Yeah.
I guess
I mean,
so.
there is no more like
アメリカはいろんな人種の人がいるので、なかなか難しいかもしれないですね。
Those DVDs ended up being quite a
In America, there are people of various races, so it might be difficult.
had to actually go through all those DVDs.
日本は単一民
T3、1と12、50
Japan is single.
ね。
ああ、なるほど。ああ、お昼ぐらいですかね。なるほどね。
Ah, I see. It's around noon. I see.
日本は単一民族の国家で、言語もみんな一緒で、まあ文化もだからえらいフラットですね。日本中どこ行ってもあんまり景色が変わらないですね。
Japan is a country with a single ethnic group, and everyone speaks the same language and has the same culture, so it's very flat, and the scenery doesn't change much no matter where you go in Japan.
drop down, make sure you choose it from the right drop down list. Not yet received the CL415. Make sure you choose that option. And you
Yeah.
also need, this is very important, you also
No.
need gamer tag exactly as written. I think what we're seeing is a lot of the issues people who are not receiving it, the gamer tag is slightly wrong. Like for example, here on my screen, just gonna hit escape for a second. You can see my gamer tag is like CDL.
コビー T さん、文化を定着させたい。アメリカは混乱することがある。
ああ、アメリカはね、日本でもね、大統領選挙が話題ですよ。
Ah, in America, and even in Japan, the presidential election is a hot topic.
トランプ候補とハリー候補、ハリス候補、日本でもすごいニュースになってます。
Candidate Trump and Harry candidate Harris or Harris construction method, it has become great news in Japan as well.
コビー T さん、トランプ2024。
2024、まあ、
2024 well.
今、国際情勢はとても難しいことになっているので、アメリカの大統領は、世界中の注目の
The
的ですね。
international situation is now so difficult that the President of the United States is.
トランプが勝つことを願う。
ああ、トランプ派ですか。なるほど。
Ah, you're a Trump fan, I see.
Where is that runway? Southeast Asia server.
日本も最近ね、総理大臣が変わって、今度大きな選挙がありますよ。
Japan has also recently changed its prime minister and is about to have a major election.
That's gotta be it. Again, it's another grass strip. These grass strips blend in very
コビー T さん、あなたはどうですか？誰が欲しいですか？
私ですか。私はね、トランプ大統領か、ハリス大統領か、日本だと実情がよくわからないんですけど、
I know
Is it me? I don't really understand the actual situation in Japan, whether
どうで
it's
しょう。
President Trump or President Harris.
your exact
トランプ大統領になると、ちょっと世界情勢が混乱しそうかなと個人的には思っています。
Personally, I think that if Trump becomes president,
Oh.
the world situation will become a little chaotic.
Alright, there's the runway. See a lot of people doing touch and go landings here. I'm on a left downwind now.
アメリカと、アメリカじゃないな。私はとてもロシアとウクライナの戦争とイスラエルと、
コビー T さん、アメリカ大統領は世界に影
It's
響を
not
与えている
America
と感じ
versus
ている。
America. I'm
そうで
really
すね。
concerned
大
about
きな
the
影
war
響
between
力がある
Russia
と
and
思いま
Ukraine
す。
and Israel.
イスラエルとガザの戦争が私にとっては大きな関心事です。世界のどこ
The
かで
war
殺し
between
合いをし
Israel
てい
and
ると
Gaza
思う
is of
と
great concern to me.
大変悲しい気持ちになります。
I'm already feeling sad.
戦争がない、早く戦争が終わってほしいです。
I want there to be no war, and I want the war to end quickly.
Alright, smooth landing. Oh, we got trees right at the end of the runway. This is where you use what's known as the best angle of climb, not the best rate of climb. VX for shorthand, not VY. Normally, here's their aviation lesson of the day, chat. All aircraft have what are known as published V speeds. You can listen in the pilot's operating handbook.
コビー E さん、トランプの方が交渉が上手だと思う。そしてそれを終わらせることができる。
なるほど。
I see.
Normally, in most scenarios, you will fly at VY.
まあ
This is how you gain the most
よく考えて、選挙してください。
seconds or minutes elapsed time.
Please vote.
However, when there are obstacles that you need to clear, you want to fly at VX, or best angle of climb. And this is the speed that gives you the most altitude gain for the least amount of horizontal distance along the ground. So you will get to altitude slower, but
コ
you
ビ
will
ー E さん、私も戦争は嫌いです。徴兵されるかもしれないという恐怖を感じます。
なるほど。
very important to memorize.
アメリカは一応今は兵役は志願ですよね。
Like I said, in almost all scenarios,
Ah, I see. In America, that level of calm is a voluntary thing now, isn't it?
in those scenarios, you can use VX.
So why did they choose X and Y?
I think you have to do first. VY is the greatest of climbing for the month of time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
One.
VY is best rate of climb. That's the one you would normally fly. VX is best angle of climb,
Yeah.
which is most altitude and least horizontal distance.
Yes, yes.
It
子
has
供
red
た
bearing
ちが戦争に行くかもしれないと思うととても恐ろしいで
Y-axis
す。
signifies altitude, x-axis
It's scary to
コ
think
ビ
that
ー
our
E
children
さん
might go to
いいえ
war.
世界大戦が勃発すれば、有能な男性は全員軍隊に徴兵されるでしょう。
なるほど。
Ah, I
なるほど、
see.
なるほど。
Was stop.
mnemonic device.
No. Just when something is easy to remember because of Eddie.
Oh, what is that word?
I know the Dutch word. but
今
it doesn't make
中国
sense.
も
Dutch word is
台湾とちょっと
not that. I know.
危ない関係にな
Now
ってい
China is
て
a little like that Taiwan.
日本と台湾と中国は近いのでそこら辺で騒ぎがあると、影響が大きいんですよね。
Japan, Taiwan, and China are close to each other, so any disturbances there will have a big impact.
Like to help you remember it. Which I don't think is exactly what we're talking about here. It's close, it's related, but not the exact thing.
コビー E さん、過去4年間に多くの管理ミスがあったので、他の国はこれができると感じているのです。
も
Already.
うね、本当に戦争が早く終わってほしい。
Change over X is VX for best angle.
You know, I really want the war to end quickly.
Again, if you're ever learning
フライトシミュレーターでも私ロシア飛んでないんですよね。
like
Even in the flight simulator, I am not flying in Russia.
every aircraft
あ
ever
と
made.
ここ1年イスラエルは飛んでないです。なんか気持ちがあまり楽しくないので。
Also, I haven't flown to Israel in the past year because I don't feel very happy about it.
Anyway, it says, remember that funny picture, where's X? And the student just pointed an arrow towards X, right here it is.
コピー、
Yeah.
E さん、安全ではない。
And the student circled the X on the graph.
まあま
And then it's right
あ
here.
Here it is.
Mom, that.
I'd love students.
ちなみに来月このマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーター、新しいバージョンが発売になります。
Maybe 20 years ago that circulated.
By the way, a new version of the Microsoft Fly Simulator will be released next month.
私はもう予約注文しました。
Maybe I still have to.
I've already pre-ordered it.
Has everyone ever seen a C-130 take off? I have seen a C-130 take off, literally, and I do mean this literally, hundreds of times. I spent an entire summer once at Canadian Forces Base Greenwood in Nova Scotia, and at the time they had C-130s were stationed there, and also
これは、大英帝国ロイヤルエアフォースの
those take off and
有名な戦
This
闘
is
機
the
スピッ
Royal
ト
Air
ファイ
Force
ヤー
of
で
the
すね。
British Empire.
If you see this is the thing.
I have not seen that, sadly, only in video.
スピットファイヤー、イギリスの守護神です。とても有名な飛
Spitfire
行
is
機
the
ですね。
guardian deity of England.
2024, that is classified.
バトル・オブ・ブリテンという有名なイギリスを守る戦いで、ドイツをやっつけました。
Germany was defeated in the famous Battle of Britain.
We have 30 miles of water crossing. Are we gonna climb?
Well, in real life we would.
No, because I have twin engines. Nah.
Well, actually, technically, hang on. Let me look at my habit.
It's still climb.
No, here's the rule. It's gonna, at least
Over
in Canada,
G.
rather than apply. When you're flying over water, you must satisfy one of these two conditions.
イギリス人の誇りですね。
You must either
It's the pride of the British
that
people.
you're within gliding distance of shore at all times, or like the furthest point when you're over the water is still within gliding distance of the shore, or you must have a flotation device on board for every person in the aircraft. So do we have flotation devices in my Diamond DA40 here? It does not appear so.
If
Sounds like
I'm not mistaken.
we got a fleet. Well, I'm looking at these seats look like they're kind of not
maybe the
detached,
boat is
right?
fine.
So I'm not sure.
For my-
We have a fire extinguisher here, but I'm not seeing dedicated flotation devices.
So, I believe that a inflatable life vest per person is already sufficient.
Yes, that is correct. That is true. So, real life, I actually done this before in real life. A friend of mine rented a Cessna 172 before, and we flew from cross-country flight from St. John, New Brunswick to Burt, Nova Scotia in eastern Canada. And we flew across the Bay of Fundy by air, and we did not have flotation devices on board, so we actually had to do the math. We had to calculate if we had an engine failure at the furthest point from shore, what altitude do we need to be flying at to glide back to shore? We actually had to calculate that and do the math so we could remain legal when flying that plane.
Or
Yes, that was the other option.
When I do my flights around the world in Cessna 172, I actually add some extra weight as the cargo. And that basically accounts for flotation device and stuff like that. So I added to the overall weight of my plane.
Silly Dev says the Diamond DA-40 aircraft does not typically come with flotation devices as standard. However, it is possible to have flotation devices installed as an aftermarket modification if needed for specific operations.
ビーチクラフトモデル350
Yeah, so Peter, in the Netherlands,
Beechcraft model 350.
That's probably an international.
That's all.
standard.
Yeah, that's all. I
Yes, in the sim we can do whatever we
プ
want.
ライベートパイロットの免許を持ってる人も結構いるんでしょうかね。
We do not need to climb when we're flying over the water.
There are probably quite a few people who have private pilot licenses.
まあこの飛行機はプライベートパイロットの免許で乗るにはちょっと大きいけど、
Rad Baron says everyone flying over Moncton to
It's a bit big to fly with a private pilot's license, but
That was literally my first solo cross country. Was that exact flight, Moncton to Predator?
US アーミーって書いてある。陸軍のとでも使ってんのか。
You also need to
it
avoid
says male, but are you using it?
doing the triangle
へー
Moncton Fredericton to St. John. There is the Canadian Forces Base Gagetown live firing zone where they're actively shooting artillery on training missions. And it's very clearly marked on the map. It's restricted airspace. Under no conditions are you allowed to enter this airspace. No exceptions for anyone. And yeah, you have to avoid that. Cannot take the straight line between Fredericton Airport and St. John Airport. CFP Gagetown live firing training zone.
That's basically the direction of my background picture, by the way, for anyone who's curious. Gagetown, I mean.
Yeah. Alright, Ego says we were nearly leaving mainland Germany near Rostock. Yes, we're about to cross the border into Denmark.
Still watching the way to go. We're not doing one thing before, so
Yeah. I think you've got greater headwind on live weather than Captain Arash.
only like 23 knots, but then we get there also only 1 minute.
Only
Oh,
a 23 knot.
風車の回転が速いけど風が強いんでしょうか。
The family car is spinning fast today, but is it because the wind is
あ
strong?
んな速く回ってるの初めて見た。
I've flown at 0 ground speed.
I saw it for the first time.
Line, that's a bit scary, but
So, Chad, if you're wondering how this is possible, in a glider, the wings are so efficient and they generate so much lift, which means that the stall speed is typically very low in a glider. You can fly in a nose-up attitude just above stall speed, and if the winds are strong enough, your airspeed will match the wind speed exactly, and to an observer on the ground, it looks like your glider is floating like a helicopter. And I've done that before. Like, push the nose forward and got a greater airspeed, and also I didn't have to fly directly into the wind.
延々とこんな景色ですな、ドイツは。
Line and this is the scenery in Germany.
Maxwell says, I'm told I often have the nose-up attitude.
今後のコースはどうなんでしょうね。このままデンマークに行って北欧の3カ国もあるのかな。
Sense of superiority about
I wonder what the course will be like in the future. I wonder if I'll continue on to Denmark and visit the 3 Scandinavian countries.
The Last of Us, HBO's The Last of Us, and
セスナ182リトラクタルブルギア
but not the main character.
Sushi 182 Retractor Berhia.
いい飛行機ですなあ。
I didn't say that.
It's an airplane.
Hey, here's a good anecdote from Brad Barron. I was following the DOR out of Fredericton the other day. Following the DOR out of Fredericton one day.
やっぱ車輪がないっていうだけでだいぶ雰囲気が変わりますね。
Hey, that also happened.
As expected, just the fact that there are no wheels changes the atmosphere quite a bit.
And if you've ever done that flight, you know you can get the straight-in approach. It's basically on the exact, the runway heading is exactly perfect, or very close to perfect for a straight-in approach into Fredericton. And so I was doing the straight-in to Fredericton for a touch and go from Moncton, and there was a Air Canada Jazz -8 coming in behind me. And because they were on a schedule and I was flying a Piper Tomahawk cruising at like 105 knots.
いやー、セス
ブラジ
ナもいい
ードカポ
です。
ゴダさん、ハロー。
They actually requested
こんにち
Yes,
は。
Sunamo is also good.
no ATC in Fredericton. So they requested over
えー
I could do a 360
今、マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会、コミュニティフライインで、
me flying very slowly.
Now Microsoft Flight Simulator official gathering at Community Fly-In.
I had enough fuel on board. It was no issue for me to
ドイツの首都ベルリンから
and allow that
デンマークの首都コペンハーゲンに向けて飛んでいます。
allow that -8 to land in front of me.
We are flying from Berlin, the capital of Germany, to Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark.
-8 pilots.
あ、
When I was flying.
ポーランドですか。
So gliders by air
Is it Poland?
were powered aircraft. However,
ポーランド。今は、じゃあ、夜ですね。
getting in the way of other aircraft.
Poland, it's night now.
And there was a very strict by the book, kind of overzealous -8 pilot when I was flying one day at the same airport. That they
ブラジー
did
ドカポゴダさん、
go
ウィタ
around
ジ。
to avoid my glider. And I was like, you know, I get it, like legally that is the right thing to do,
ほ
but I was not encroaching on your
Law.
flight plan in the airport at all. You very easily could have landed, and there was no risk of collision there.
う。日本は今、午前4時です。
This is whatever call sign they were.
It's 4 a.m. in Japan now.
He didn't need to do that. No, I didn't tell them, but like they were very obviously like trying to scoff and make me feel bad over the radio because I was, you know, in a glider and technically I had, by law, I had the right of way, but only if there's a risk of collision, which there was not in this case. I was nowhere close to the approach path of the runway. Brad Barron says the -8 just want an excuse to get more flight hours for the paycheck. You know, maybe.
海に出るみたいですね。
Flying the air regulations.
It's like going out to sea.
Powered aircraft have to give way to gliders.
ここはどこだろ
Where is
う。
this?
ドイツですね。
ブラジードカポゴダさん、
That's
あれ
right.
あれ、よ、ゴイング。
お、デンマークの首都コペンハーゲンです。
Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark.
北欧の国ですね。
It's a Nordic country.
デンマーク。わかりますか？言葉が英語と日本語しかないからわからないかもしれないですね。
Denmark, do you understand? You may not understand because the only languages you speak are English and Japanese.
ブラジードカポゴダさん、オッケー。
8 seconds below.
Yeah, that's probably.
お、川島さんが、あ、ホンダジェットですね。
It's a Honda jet.
ブラジードカポゴダさん、I
Services, thanks
say
for sharing that experience with us. Lucky to experience Yeah, I've got a few fun flying stories. Most of my good flying stories I've already shared with the chat over the years. I don't want to repeat myself too much. This one I've told before, but if you haven't heard it, it'll be new to you. This is my all-time favorite flying story, just to show you how cool people in aviation are. And so, I think this is universally true around the world. Anywhere you go, most pilots in aviation are kind of like this. Another story, same friend of mine that we flew across the Bay of Fundy one time. We also, different day, we rented a Cessna 172. And,
ポーランドは午後8時ぐらいですか。
we flew to
Is it around 8 p.m. in Poland?
where was that? The border town on the border with Maine, the U.S. state of Maine. There's an airport there, a GA airport, and it's about a 45-minute
もうちょっと早いか。
each way from St. John in a 172.
Isn't it a little early?
And we instead of doing a touch and go, we came to a full stop landing, taxied off the runway, and just parked our 172 on the grass, where there was an old man, probably in his 70s, was mowing the grass at the airfield. We found out he was like, this is not a very well-maintained airport, it doesn't get a lot of traffic, and he was just sort of like a community volunteer that, you know, one night a week or something, if the weather's nice, he'll come to the St. Stephen Airport and just mow the grass, keep it trim, so that planes like ours could park there and not have tall grass to contend with. And so he got chatting with us. Yeah.
このマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会は多分ヨーロッパのパイロットが多いと思いま
Hey,
す。
we're thinking of walking into
I
town.
think there were probably a lot of European pilots at this official gathering for Microsoft's flight simulator.
Do you want us to get you something while we're there? Well, it's kind of a long walk to Tim Hortons.
ヨーロッパの金曜日の、夕方に開催されています。
And we're
It is held on Friday evenings in Europe.
bet us, and you're going to trust us with driving your car. How do you know we're
日
not
本だ
going to
と土曜日の午前
steal my car?
3時とか、なかなかプレイしにくい時間になっているので人があんまり集まりません。
Anyways, he tosses us the key.
In Japan, it's difficult to play at 3 a.m. on Saturdays, so there aren't many people.
Probably like 1999, 2000.
アメリカに至っては多分、金曜日のお昼とかになるので参加できないと思います。
I don't think I'll be able to participate in America because it will probably be on a Friday afternoon.
Nearly that large. And we could barely pull through the Tim Hortons drive-through with this thing. It was so big. Yeah, we did.
あ、なるほど。
Donuts and brought a coffee back to her.
Ah, I see.
Literally, we'd known him for 2 minutes, and he was kind enough to have loaned us his car. It was manual, and so I had to drive because I knew how to drive stick, and my friend didn't.
It's a thing in America, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm always baffled by that.
ホンダジェット。
Honda Jet.
プアジードカポゴダさん、ドジエ、ドブリー、プアジージャシエル。
おう、なるほど。おはようございます。
Oh, I
日本で
see.
は
Good morning.
I just love how cool it
おはようがグッドモーニング。
complete
え
that we
おはよう means
already
good
trusted
morning.
his car and drive it.
Good morning, Ga. Good morning, good morning, Minsu. Good morning.
Outside of
おはようございます。
so trusting like that.
Good morning.
Yeah, you had a let it play as
Yeah,
expected.
as collateral, yeah. Parallel 3, I'm not sure the
これはホンダジェットですね。
chat will give you a map for our flight plan.
It's a Honda Jet.
We're flying over the water, so you can see on the map where that is. Find a nearby airport.
その
プアジ
前に
ードカポゴダさん、ポルスク、ドジエ、
Before that.
ドブリー。プアジードカポゴダさん、ドジエクジェ。
Krabi says that was before 9/11. You know what? I think that was like
その前にいる、この飛行機が F35C ライトニング2戦闘機です。
probably July or August
This plane in front of it is an F-35C Lightning II fighter jet.
before 9/11. And this after. Yeah, I think in
これはすべてマルチプレイヤーでマイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの
Yeah, exactly.
プレイヤーが操縦している飛行機です。
All gorillas are planes that are piloted by Microsoft Flight Simulator players in that multiplayer game.
will say the next POI is a bridge. Well, you know what that means, chat.
Uh-oh.
Peter, I've got you in sight in my 12 o'clock low. That Bahama blend is formed up on your wing. Yeah, look to your 4 o'clock.
Oh, he is. Good. I'm having a generic model. What was it? DH88.
I don't know what the DH88 is. DH implies to have less. Maybe. I don't know what a DH88 would be, though.
お、燃料がちょっと厳しくなってきましたね。持つかな。
Fuel is getting a little tight, isn't it?
I free with you. I don't take no English. I translate on
Well, Simtom, we
Google.
are in Denmark.
お、なるほど。
The, home of
マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターは持っていますか？
world's first jet airliner.
Go, I see. Do you have the Microsoft Fly Simulator?
I was hearing, I'm constantly hearing jet engines spooling up and spooling down, but I didn't check them inside.
ブアジードカポゴダさん、イエス。
Alright, Tom, what do you order?
マルチプレイヤーのやり方はわかりますか？
Do you know how to play multiplayer?
ブアジードカポゴダさん、アイ、ウィッド、で、アブレット、プライ、トモトウ、オア、ネックスト、チメ。
で、
EH.
Yes, Copenhagen.
公式集会は、
The official meeting is.
マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの、フォーラムで、告知されますけど、サーバーが東南アジアサーバーです。
It will be announced on the Microsoft French Simulator Forum that the server is Southeast Asia.
I don't know if that's the most.
東南アジアサーバーに入って、このデンマーク
Enter the Donauser server in
のあたり
this.
を見ると飛行機がいっぱい飛んでると思います。
In the package that arrived today contained holiday
I think there are a lot of planes flying.
Santa's delivery truck. You could say
ワールドマップでそこら辺から離陸したら今からでも参加できますよ。
And it's like, what, like
If you take off from around there on the world map, you can participate.
10,000 pieces or something? Would love to have that.
Yeah. Brad Barron says, other than me, who didn't see the Aurora last night? I didn't. I went looking for them. I'm upset.
うわ、なんか大きいのが来た。
All my
びっくりした。
posting photos.
I was surprised when I woke up.
With the naked eye, I could not see anything.
ボーイング747
The last big solar storm, I did see a
Boeing 747.
ジャンボジェットですね。びっくらこいた。
It's a jumbo jet, Bicro.
Oh wow, because, oh my god, that is amazing.
お
However,
Already.
even though I didn't see the Aurora myself, I did get to make a lot of steam tabs jokes. Every time someone sent me an Aurora photo, I would always respond, "Oh Aurora Borealis at this time of day, at this time of year, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. May I see it?
748、2機飛んでますね。
Since I have the previous model.
Go to 748
詳し
and
いとカポ
fly.
ゴダさん、アイ、スブスクリベド、ネックスト、ジメ、アイエム、テイレ、ウェッル、プライ、ミー、フリエンド、アイエム、ジュスト、レアーニング、と、フリー、オン、テイ、インテアネット、ブット、アイベ、ベイン、リング、フォア、エイ、ロング、ジメ。
なるほど。
I see.
友達と一緒に遊ぶときにはとにかく、サーバーを一緒のサーバーにしてください。サーバーは5つあります。
Well, when you play with friends, just make sure to use the same server as there are 5 servers.
エスケープキー、
Escape
sign.
key.
This is これがサーバーの選択です。東南アジア、
This is the server selection.
ウエストアメリカ、イーストアメリカ、北ヨーロッパ、西ヨーロッパ、これを友達と合わせてください。
1 meter or half a meter by half a meter.
America Easter, America Northern Europe, Western Europe. Match this with your friends.
So a container for us.
そうすれば、同じ、ところで飛ぶことができます。
That way you can fly in the same place.
ブアジードカポゴダさん、オッケー。
Or at least if you have the lorries and stuff like that for Lego City, that's the current size. My container handling equipment needs to be a bit bigger, just because of the space I need.
お、デンマークに入りましたね。
Can't cramp it everything.
You've arrived in Denmark.
Steering mechanism, stuff like that. Just doesn't come that small. So I need to go a bit bigger, but it's still pretty mini figure size.
Simna says, CD, I'm currently looking at getting the pieces for this awesome set. It's a Satisfactory Constructor. I clicked the link. Tom, I'm very disappointed. I'm getting like, I'm getting my hankles up when I look at that. Who builds a constructor not on a foundation? Fail. You cannot do that. Terrible factory design. What? You build constructors not on foundations? Awesome.
Get out.
Yeah, I have never. You're not.
ダイヤモンドエアクラフトの62。
Ever.
Diamond Aircraft 62.
By the way, Saddam, I just got this phase 9 yesterday on the Fresh Dragon, Peter Wiggins Legoland. No, Peter does not have. Peter's not actually.
ボイング747がむちゃくちゃ。
Nonetheless, you actually get to use Lego for.
Boeing 747 messed up.
Which is a bit of a gray area, because Lego really doesn't like any commercial. I approached them and they said, no, not even a little, no way. They really don't like it.
Why?
Because they don't want to have their brand smudged, so to say, with commercial activities. They really want to be a purely play-minded brand, so to say. And I can fully understand it, right? Because in a way, you do use Lego.
ちょっとラグがありますね。
There's a bit of lag.
For external display, I think I can get away with it. But if you would promote
イベリア
external
航空ですね。
we as our company,
It's Iberia Airlines.
then you use the Lego brand to promote the brand. That's really something to do.
By the way, Brad Barron in the chat a few minutes ago had an absolutely factual gull-esque comment here.
川島さん、コックピットからプレイヤーの機体見えづらいのと指に力を入れてフライトスティック操作してると疲れてきたのでまた機体変えてきます。
はーい。
Yes.
Lego is one of, if not
あ、
the
エンジン止まった。燃料なくなったな。
I would argue Coca-Cola.
いやー、マ
Ah,
ジじ
I
ゃん。
lost the screw that stopped the engine.
Lego is up there.
ブアジードカポゴダさん、アイ、ジュスト、サウ、ヨウア、
But
ジャイ
I
ア、
think it's kind of
or
impossible
using
to
cache die
beat
positions.
Coca-Cola when it comes to international brand recognition.
さあ、燃料がちょっと厳しくなってきました。
Here's a fun, thought have you ever saw
Now,
Melinda Gates
fuel is getting a little tight.
a while ago, saying how the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for some of their charity work was actually inspired by Coca-Cola. She was touring
どっか
this
で
really
着陸
remote
して燃料補給したいです。
and she was trying to solve the problem.
I want to land somewhere and refuel.
To this super remote village where there's not a lot of great infrastructure. And she saw that even way out in this middle of this super remote village, they had Coca-Cola distribution there. And so the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation actually looked at how they were getting Coke into this remote village and then sort of piggybacked off that for vaccines. So that was actually that was pretty ingenious. Interesting way to solve that problem.
That's fine.
It looks like people are flying under the bridge. I don't normally try this thing, but I'm gonna go for it.
All right.
Wish me luck.
So hold on. Let's
I'm 4.5 miles away. Autopilot is off, and I am descending down to fly underneath the bridge now.
ブアジードカポゴダさん、ムスズ、レシエ、クゼ、ボズドラウィアム。
オッケー、来てくれてありがとうございました。楽しかったです。
just
Okay, thank you for coming. It was fun.
Have a good day.
Good day.
see, I have another bridge. Or did I?
ブアジードカポゴダさん、ロジクジ、ウザジェムニエ。
Alright.
The Lego factory tour takes 3 days. All right, Arash has done it.
ブアジードカポゴダさん、クゼ
It。does look pretty easy, doesn't it?
I'm currently on the flying, but I think I'm on the flying different bridge.
All right, Peter did it.
I'm not sure it was the right bridge.
Now.
でっかい橋だな。ハローアイランドビーチ。
By the way,
Follow
for
Island
your,
Beach.
Civil engineering knowledge, this type of bridge that we're flying up to right now, this is called a cable stay bridge. Where you see all the cables connected to those 2 high points on the bridge.
あ、看板があ
You didn't see
る。
these until about kind of like 10 or 15 years ago.
I have a good evening.
And now they're popping up everywhere. And everywhere you go now, you see cable stay bridges. Now, Rash, you're an engineer. What's the background of that? What was it that made cable stay bridges becoming popular in recent years?
Well, I'm in electrical field, so
All engineers are the same.
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm qualified for that, but I'm guessing maybe I'm just having a complete guess, right? It could be like just material science, you know,
もう一個橋がありますね、前に。
stronger alloys maybe.
There's another leg right in front.
Oh, there's another bridge up ahead. I'll clarify this one as well. Anyone in chat? Do we have any civil engineers in chat? Anyone know why cable stay bridges have now become super
Second.
popular?
I'm gonna go under the second bridge, by the way. It's almost easy too. Maybe I shouldn't have said that early.
隊長いる。隊長についていくか。
Do you want to keep up with your physical condition?
隊長飛行機変えた？これだったっけ？
Inside the stall, was this an airplane?
Coming up on it now. Same one that around.
ヒュー。
Oh, there's an airliner just laundered into the water. F's in the chat for that person.
Those wings are deceptively wide.
That was quite a sight.
前に旅客機が沈没してる。
So there's that cave up there right behind me.
A passenger plane sank in front of me.
Oh, there's another airliner that crashed right on top of the previous one went down. Double left in the chat.
There is some kind of
Future pilot in a 747 skimming along the water.
It's a way.
All right, Peter, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, look at shipping container.
It is a ship. That's a war. So we need ship. Just 20 feet to 40 feet. Just 20.
燃料が心配ですな。
So an automated guided vehicle we use.
I'm worried about fuel.
So it has 2 engines. It has 4-wheel steering.
どっか着陸するとこはないものか。
Yeah, something like that.
Is
So
there
this
nowhere to
a
land?
skill. So the length of this thing in real life is about 20 meters. The wheels are almost like 2 meters in diameter.
デンマーク、シェラン地域。
But you can imagine that having a
Denmark Thalan region.
Lego figure next to the wheels is about the same size as it would be in real life.
Got it. By the way, Ant says the bridge is totally different on my PC. Yeah, Ant, so you probably don't have one of the world updates installed. So we're in Denmark, so this is most likely world update 5 or world update
飛行場はないっぽいな。
including Denmark. We're flying.
There doesn't seem to be an airfield.
So here you have a container loading
Yeah.
and offloading.
An automatic stacking crane, which is also fully controllable. It's an automated terminal truck, which they also use in real life, which is fully autonomous, but it's full of sensors in real life. So this is the full scene as we have it currently in our office.
Hey, cool. So it's interesting, like you're solving real world logistical issues using Lego models to mock up what the solution to this would look like.
So the Lego is the physical twin of the outside world, but because the outside world is really hard to control because it's all so huge and so big and so heavy. We use skill models to show, get it more comprehensible for the people who don't know it.
Now here's the next level thing. I mean, they're giving you ideas. You may have even already had these, and you may hate me for even suggesting this because it's going to be something you're like, oh, that would be really cool, but it would be like so much work to implement. Could you use like Lego Mindstorms systems and make a computer interface so that your Lego model could operate using the same software that runs the real shipping model, and so you can actually test the hardware/software full stack solution using Lego?
That's exactly the whole reason why this exists.
Oh, so you're already
Yeah. That's the whole setup. So the whole setup is we actually use the real world systems to control the Lego chain, so that we also can show how our
yeah, that is actually kind of amazing.
It is.
and we first used a 3D visualization with NA, which was fun. Being a virtual twin, trying to stuff around. But it's so much cooler to see visual stuff. That's what I'm currently doing. So I'm currently in the phase of making all the virtual programmable logic controllers for this. The hardware level and the software level, so to say. And I'm currently in the process of connecting that all to our real world system. and connect, configure the terminal on those. Eventually, this should be a showcase for our system.
Very cool. Alex says Lego has become sentient. Well, I don't know if I quite go that far yet.
おお、自動車だ。
Saw the Lego movie from like 2014.
Bunbo,
and
it's a
thought that
car.
was way better than it had any right to be.
Yeah.
I was
It's actually good.
Part
It-
2, we
both 1 and 2. I think 1 is
one
better than
was
右
2.
側通行ですね。
one of my more favorite movies.
Yeah.
You drive on the right.
So well done.
I could not believe how good that movie was. I just thought it would be like this dumb toy tie-in movie for children, and no, it was like a legitimately great movie with funny jokes, like laugh out loud jokes that
Yeah.
weren't just aimed at children, like that everyone can enjoy. Yeah, just such a good movie. Yeah,
In Legoland, they have a whole section dedicated to Lego movies,
yeah.
which is really fun because it has some really cool attractions.
Yeah, I still quote Batman in that movie, where he's like throwing his batarangs to hit the button, and he throws like 12 of them, and then finally one of them works, and he goes, first try.
First try.
Yeah, I still say that quote all the time.
It's really.
Well, I know what I'm gonna watch this weekend. Then.
You've never seen it, Arash?
No, I never thought. I
Oh, you
never
have
took
to,
it
yeah.
seriously, honestly. Like,
Oh yeah. It's so many layers and stuff in there for grown-ups, especially if you think. I mean, our HCD is like the golden age of Lego, right? Because back in the 80s, that's when it started, and there are so many references to models you used.
Yep.
And it's such a recognizable movie, along with
めちゃめちゃ楽しいな、これ。
those
This is so much fun.
the way they are. It's so cool to watch.
結構風あるのかな、揺れるな。
Yeah, so yeah, Arash, if you never
I guess it's quite windy,
The second
so
one
it's
is
not
also
shaking.
good. I would say the first one's better, but the second one is still worth your time as well. And then there's also the Lego Batman spin-off, also definitely worth watching.
川島さんがエアバスで320で無茶してきた。あ、なんかランドマークだ。
This is the landmark that Mr. Kawashima drove recklessly to on the 320 bus.
Alright, we are
フォレストタワー。へえ。
to go. We just talked Copenhagen.
Forest Tower.
フォレストタワーでございますよ。
Forest Tower.
It's Forest
川島さん
Tower.
が無茶しとる。フォレストタワー。燃料がドキドキするな。もうあんまりないんだよね。
There's not a lot of fuel
Ah!
pounding
あ、こ
either.
れちょっと降りて燃料補給できるやろうか。
Is it possible to refuel?
降りれる空港やろう
Red
か。
Baron says the
やろう
Lego
かい。
fans who did Spider-Man fan movies got cast
Is there an airport where I can get off?
in the Spider-Man multiverse movie. That was also very well, especially in animated films.
とにかく降りれればどんな飛行場でもいい。一旦降りる。
Any airport is fine as long as you can
燃
get
料
off
が
there.
ね。
For instance, the directors of the Lego movie are also the same directors as the Spider-Verse animated movies. That explains it. That's not surprising, actually.
Still very cool structure.
これはどこがどう滑走路になってるかわかんないけ
The
ど、
Forest Tower.
こっちから降りると下り坂っぽいですな。
I don't know where the runway is on this one, but it looks like it's going downhill from here.
なるほど。
I see.
Brad Barron asked if you're thirsty, Captain Rash. He's circling around the large cup.
いや、いいな、エクストラ330。
A little.
思い通りに飛べるな。
How do we hydrate, folks?
Extra 330, you can fly as you wish.
So that structure, apparently it's like a spiral, kind of a walkway.
タッチダウン。デベーン。
タッチダウン。
ドヨーン。ドヨーン。
Saturday.
ブレーキ。
Looking at this picture online.
いいと
川
こに
島さん、
聞こ
さっき僕が颯さんを追いかけるとき
That
にラブするか
sounds good.
しないかのギリギリを攻めまくってましたかを
頑張ってますね。じゃあ、燃料
Haha,
を、
I'm doing my best.
補給いたします。
We will replenish the supply.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that.
No, I don't think I.
はい、満タン。これで大丈夫でございましょ
And I've never been to mainland Denmark. I've only
Eamon Pan, I hope this is okay.
Eat some delicious food. Got to interact with some local people who seem very
う。
friendly.
お、キャラバンが飛んでいきますな。
Oh, I get it. You got international.
6
riders.
caravans are flying away.
おー、草地の飛行場もいいもんですね。
Danes cannot be trusted.
Grassland airfields are also
土の
nice.
飛行場より100倍いいな。
But what's actually
雰囲気と
100
いう
times
点で
better than
は
that.
舗装滑走路よりいいですね。
Peter, you know?
It's better than Mom's Hosuka stole.
Yeah. Success is a needle. Yeah, that's one of it. Yeah. So,
Yahoo!
This is one of those things. If you were
Yahoo!
じゃあい。
yeah, Brad Barron said that
もうすぐでもゴールかもな。
everyone's home if you were
'Yes.
searching. Everyone had this. Had a tin of Danish butter cookies. But you go to open it up, and instead of there being butter cookies inside the tin, it was always sewing supplies.
Yeah, my grandmother had one.
Yeah, everyone's grandmother had this. How did
いやー、今日は天気もいいし気持ちよかったですな。最高。
Metal case, so I can see how.
Well, today I was conscious of the weather and it felt great. It was great.
For us, it was quality sweet chocolate. The metal.
いい飛行機じゃな。一機いくらぐらいすんだろうな、これ。
What's number one?
I wonder how much this would cost if it wasn't a plane.
4、5千万で買えるんやろか。
Can you buy it for 450 million?
And then what's this Finland? We're all
3キュッパで買えないでしょうかね。3980。
I wonder if
こ
I
れで
can
も
buy it at
マイクロ
Sankupa
ソフトフライトシミュレーターのデ
3980
フォルト飛行機じゃなかったからな。
we will.
Finland. Indeed.
because it wasn't.
この飛行機もちょっと型は違うけ
Airplanes
ど
too.
昔から入ってるような気がするな。マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーター。
And work our way to well, we already know number one and number two.
I feel like it's from Microsoft Fly
昔
Simulator.
はエクストラの300が入ってたような気がするけどね。
Number 9 is Swiss.
これは
I feel
複
like
座
this
型にしてある
300
やつ
was
だから
included.
ちょっと違う。まあまあ元の飛行機は一緒ですけど。
The original plane is still the same.
Number 5 is Israel. Number 4 is Sweden.
Denmark.
Wow, nothing from North America.
Denmark.
農業が盛んな国だと聞きますけどね。
I hear that it is a country with a thriving agricultural industry.
パイロット先生が役に立たなくなっちゃったので、なんか聞きたくても聞けないんですよね。
Oh, pilot. Since the teacher has become useless, I can't ask anything even if I want to.
姉さんもなんか繋がらないしね。
It doesn't connect.
Because our cities, we have way too much land for our population density, and the cities are spaced too far apart, and it's not viable to have good train service.
Canada is on place 15.
You just said North America started at 20 something, and then you said Canada's in 15th place.
No, United States is on 23.
You said North America.
No, I did not.
You did say North
My
America.
question.
Oh well, yeah, I meant the United States, of course. I didn't mean Canada. Canada's a whole different world in there.
危ない危ない危ない。よそ向いてたらぶつかるとこだった。
Just above Belgium.
Oh, Tom.
あ、川島さんだ。フラフラしてる。
It's Mr. Kawashima. He's wandering around.
Wow, United States.
ヤッホー、今日は何空港に見えるかな。
I didn't expect that either. I would have
Yahoo! What airport does it look like today?
now to see what the
何空港じゃない、何航空、どこのエアラインに見えるかな。
Which airline do you see at the airport?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Brad Barron says it takes 11 hours just to drive across the province. You can drive across most of Europe in that same amount of time. Well, I don't know about most of Europe, but you can probably drive through like 6 European countries in 11 hours.
じゃあ、これはトルコかな。
Reporter, Turkey, perhaps.
いやいや、パキスタンかもな。
No, maybe Pakistan.
Speaking of transportation,
ほら、グル。
I still can't believe like
Oru.
how I could find a flight from Florence in Italy to Amsterdam for 56 Canadian dollars.
パキスタンインターナショナルエアライン
川
かエアウ
島さん、
ェイか。
こっちの方では今日は穴です。
そうなん
Pokemon Pakistan
でしょうかね。
International
残念な
Airlines
が
or
ら
Airway.
そういうには見えませんが、まあパキスタンインターナショナルもいいでしょ
Now, was that on a... what's the
I
name?
can't see it, but Pakistan International would be good too.
Ryanair.
Yeah.
And so how many excess fees if you actually got on that flight and flew it? What was your total final cost?
I don't know. I never did it, but I saw.
When I say 56, I actually paid that much.
Really?
Per
That was
person.
the final cost of all ancillary fees.
And guess, and here's what happened. We were the last seat, like economy, like very cramped up. But then when we got to the plane, they said, oh, there's a family here. They want to all sit next to each other. Would you mind?
Sorry, guys, gotta go.
No worries.
Oh, okay. Emergency call, Peter? Okay, good luck.
Have a good day. So, they said, would you mind to move forward to the
こんばんは。
premium class?
どうしたの？
う。おはようございます。今、マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの公式集会で飛んでいます。
おお、楽し
Good
そう。
morning.
どんな飛
Now
行機
the
乗ってるの？
Microsoft Fly
エ
Simulator
ク
is
ストラの
flying at an official rally.
330LT っていう、まあ、曲芸用の飛行機に乗ってます。
But it was
Hey.
actually good.
Yuma, I'm on an aerobatics airplane.
Definitely better than economy class of Air Canada.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
it was-
I have Copenhagen in sight now.
コトモさんは何してましたか？
Getting close to our...
ああ、私は今日は
What was
夜更かし
Kotomo
して映画
doing?
見てたよ。
何の映画を見てたんですか？
アバ
What
ターって
movie
いう
were
映画
you
だよ。
watching?
アバター？
there's
ああ、アバター
Avatar
続編もあるんだよね。
そうですね。 見てないけど、アバター、
はいはい
Well, I haven't seen it.
最初のやつは面白かったですよ。続編はあんまり人気がなくて見に行く気がなかったけども。
そっかそっか。
The
確
first
か
one
にア
was
バターにはあん
interesting,
まり話
although
題
the
にならな
sequel
かった
wasn't
か
that
もね。
popular and I didn't
ち
feel
ょっ
like
と、
going to see
なん
it.
かあんまり面白くなかったみたいな噂をちらりんこと聞きました。
ああ、アバターに
Six, I
は
heard
一の世
rumors
界
that
観
it
を
never
壊さないように
happened.
作るのが難しかったのかもね。
へー。子供さん、最近ちょっと、博識になりましたね。
そうなんだ。
Hey,
そうか
you've
な。
become a bit more knowledgeable lately.
今、デンマークの空を飛んでいます。
へえ、デンマーク
Now
か。どん
flying
な
in the
景色
skies
か
of
な。
Denmark.
今、海の上だね。今から街に向かって飛んでいきます。目の前に大きな建物があるので、それを見に行っています。
Oh, yeah, okay.
へえ、
It's on the sea now. Now, I'm going to fly towards town
工
now.
場か
There's a
な
big building in front of
う
me,
ん、
so I'm going to
デン
take
マ
a
ークの
look at
工
it.
場ってどんなものがあるんだろ
どんなものがあるんだろう。何の工場かな。なんか煙突があって工場っぽいけど。
Let us say,
う。ああ、
I
煙突がある
wonder
な
what kind
ら
of
科学
factory
系
it
の
is.
工場とかか
It
な。
looks like a
化
factory
学
with
とか
chimneys.
鉄とか。
and I can.
そうなんだ。デンマークの鉄の工場ってどんなところだと思う？
多分暑いと思います。
そっかそっか。
I think
デンマー
it's
クは
probably
寒いイ
hot.
メージだけど、工場は暑いのかな。
工場って、まあ、鉄の製鉄所の工場の中は暑いでしょう。なんだろうこれ。変な形の工場だけども。
うん。
えらい斜めってるな建物が。
うん。
Factory theme. It must be hot inside a steel factory. What is this? It's an oddly shaped factory, but the
デンマー
building
ク
is
の工
very
場は他にも
slanted.
見たことある？
いや、今初めて見た。初めて見ちゃう。
うんうん。
No,
そうなんだ。
this is the
どんな
first
建
time
物
I've
だと
seen
思っ
it.
た？
なんか壁が垂直じゃなくて斜めに立ってましたよ。あ、なんかスタジアムがある。
へえ、スタジア
It
ム
was
もあるんだ。
standing
何のスタジア
diagonally,
ムだと
not
思う？
vertically.
まあサッカーとかじゃないっすか、スタジアムっていうところは。
そうだね。多
Isn't
分
it
そう
like
だと思う。
soccer? A stadium is a place like that.
市長はサッカー好き？
サッカーはまあ別に好きでも嫌いでもないっちゃ好きでも嫌いでもない。
そっかそっか。そうなん
Soccer
だ。
well.
でもデ
I
ンマー
don't
ク
really
はサ
like
ッ
it
カ
or
ー強
hate
いよ
it.
ね。
I don't really like
そう
it
な
or
の？
hate it.
へえ、それは知りませんでした。デンマークサッカー強いんだ。
そっかそっか。
I
デ
didn't
ンマ
know
ークの
that,
草
but
サ
he's
ッカ
good
ー
at
強いんだ
soccer.
ね。
へえ。
ふふふ。市長はスポーツは何が得意なの？
スポーツはあれかな、ゲートボール。あ、やっぱサッカーだ。
そうなんだ。サッカ
I
ー
guess
か。
the
でも
sport
やっ
is
ぱり飛行
gateball.
機が一番好きなんじゃない？
飛行機は好きだけど、飛行機はスポーツというのだろうか。
そうだよね。
I
あ、
like
確かに。ス
flying,
ポー
but
ツ
I
という
wonder
とちょ
if
っと違
flying
うか
can
も
be
ね。
違
considered a
うかも
sport.
ね。
そうだよね。市長はスポーツといえば何が好きだった？
何が好きかな。若い頃はバドミントンとかテニスとかやって
そっかそ
た
っか。
な。陸上もやってたな。
そっか。陸上は何をやっていた
When I
の？
was
陸上は
younger, I
走り
played
高跳び
badminton
をや
and
ってまし
tennis.
た。
I also did track
へえ
and
へえ
field.
陸上選手だったんだね。
陸上選手じゃあ陸上選手か。
Track and field athlete.
うんうんうん。
ある意味そう。
陸上選手だ
In
っ
a
た
way,
ら
yes.
オリンピックに出るくらい上手だったのかな。
まあそれオリンピックは100万回出たね。
100
It's
万
happened
回
a
も出
million
たの？
times in the
Mm.
Olympics.
すごい。陸上選手としてはどのくらいのレベルなの？
金メダル500個持ってる。
すごい。
I have
陸上選手と
500
しては
gold medals.
世界で一番なの？
まあ金メダルだから一番っちゃ一番だね。ああすごいな。ここめちゃくちゃランドマークある。初めて来たけど。 ここコペンハーゲンかな。
うんうん。そう、コペンハ
Well,
ーゲン
it's
だ
a
よ。
gold medal, so it's the best. Oh, this is amazing. It's such a landmark.
す
It's
ごい
my
ランド
first
マー
time
ク
here,
の数
but
だ。
I think it's Copenhagen.
そうなんだね。コペンハーゲンはデンマークの人だからね。
へえ。デンマークも立派な街だね。
うんうん。そうだね。
デ
デンマーク
ンマークコペン
は北欧
ハーゲン
の国。
か。
そっかそっか。コペンハーゲンだよ。コペンハーゲンはコペンハーゲンでしょ。
コペンハーゲンはコペンハーゲン。ま
うん。
あ、なかなかそうでしょうな。
うんうん。コペンハーゲンは
Copenhagen
デ
is
ンマークの
probably
人で
very
一番大き
similar.
な
オペラハウスだ。
そっかそっか。そうそう。コペンハーゲンオペラハウスだよね。
へえ、コペンハーゲンオペラハウスって言うんだ。なるほど。
うんうん。
いっ
Copen
ぱい
Opera
ある
House.
ランドマークが。写真測量ですごいきちんと作ってある。
そっかそっか。
The
コペンハー
mark
ゲ
is
ンオペラ
amazing
ハウ
with
ス
the
は
photo
デンマー
shipping
クの象
fee.
徴的な
It's
建
well
物だよ
made.
ね。
ああ、そうなんだ。
うんうん。
Ah,
コペ
that's
ンハーゲンオペラハウ
へーすげえよくできてる。
ス。うんうん。コペンハーゲンオペラ
It's really well
ハウスはデンマークの国立歌劇場なんだよ。
おー、帝国歌劇団がいる。
うんうん。
There's
そう、
the
デンマ
Imperial
ーク国
Opera
立歌劇
Company.
場の公演が行われている。
へえ。
うんうん。
ボーセン、ボールセン、ボールセンってなんだろう。
オールセンは
Hey,
デンマーク
stick
の
line,
作曲
ball
家だよ。
line. What is ball line?
ボールセンはデンマークの何って？
オールセ
What
ン
is
はデンマ
Denmark?
ークの作曲家でオペラハウスの名前にもなっているよ。
あれもオペラハウスなんだ。クリスチャンスボーって知ってる？
そうなんだね。クリスチャン
That's
スボーは
also an
視聴者だ、
opera
これ。
house. What is it?
うんうん。あ、
Christians.
コペン
They're
ハーゲンの視
dancing.
聴者だね。
すげえ。あ、いいとこだ、コペンハーゲン。初めて来たけど。
へえ、コペンハー
It's
ゲ
a
ンは綺
really
麗な
nice
街だよ
place,
ね。
本
Copen.
当だ。
It's my first time
すごい
here.
うんうん。コペンハーゲンはデンマークの人だからね。
うん。美術館だ。
そうだね。
Yes,
コペンハーゲン
it's
に
an
は
art
美術
museum.
館もたくさんあるよね。
へえ。いやー、建物もすっげえよくできてる。
そうなんだね。
Hey,
コペンハーゲン
the buildings are
は
also
街全
very
体が
well
世界
made.
遺産に登録されてるんだよ。
あ、そうなの？そりゃすごいわ。素晴らしい街ですよ、これは。
うんうん。そうだ
Oh,
ね。
that's
父はデンマーク
right.
に
That's
来てよかっ
amazing.
たと思って
This is a
る。
よか
wonderful
っ
city.
た。
よかったね。デンマークはどんなところが良かった？
すごい。これなんだろう。これもすごい。
Amazing. I
そ
wonder
っか
what
そっ
this
か。
is.
どういうところがすごいと思った？
アマリンボーグっていうのかな。
ああ、
I guess it's
スウェー
called
デン
armor.
とデンマークの間にある橋のことかな。
違うな。
どんなところがすごいと思ったの？
すごい、綺麗。建物がいっぱい。
そうなんだね。
There are
綺麗
so
な
many
建物が
beautiful
たくさんあるのね。
buildings.
どんな建物が綺麗だと思った？
ヨーロッパっぽい。やっぱりここも屋根が赤いんだな。
そっかそっか。
It looks
そうだ
like
ね。
Europe,
デン
and
マ
the
ークの
roofs are
建
red
物は
here
赤い屋
too.
根が多いよね。
デンマークも治安が良くていい国なのかな。
うんうんうん。デン
I
マーク
wonder
は
if
治安がいい
Denmark
と言
is
われて
also
い
a
るよ。
safe country.
All right, well, folks, we have arrived. This brings us to the end of our broadcast today. Apologies that Peter got called out on an emergency. Had to leave slightly early.
ところで貴重はデンマークの
We'll be back at
うんうん
the
うん
same time.
Come on,
Mm.
it's about time.
うんうん着陸するところはもう見えてるの？
見えてる見えてる。滑走路発見。
うんうん
滑走路を
I
押
can
し
see the runway
ス
discovered.
ロットルを絞って減速していきます。
おお、乗っ取ろうって
I'm
何？
going to throttle it down and slow it down.
スロットル？
そっかそっ
Throttle
か。あ、スロットルね。そっか。減速するんだね。
そうですね。減速していきます。 アントノフ225も飛んでたじゃん。
ふんふんふん。
Well, it's going
こと
to
の
slow
こと
down.
ありがと
Your
う。
country 225 was also flying.
結構風があるね。
ふふふ。
It's
風が
quite
強いと
windy.
着陸が難しいのかな。
風が強いと着陸はちょっと難しいね。ちょっと横風着陸っぽいね。
そっかそっか。横風着陸って難しいの？
そうだね、ちょっと斜めにして入っていかないといけないから。旅客機がひっくり返ってる。
So folks, we're going to sign off here. Thank you all for joining us.
ああ、
Hope everyone had a great flight today, whether you're flying along with our group or just watching on the live stream. Either way, we're so glad.
Landing is a little difficult when the wind is
はい、タッ
strong.
チダ
A
ウ
little.
ン。また今日も豪快にひっくり返ってる人がいる。
へえ、あーは、
There are
横
some
風着
people
陸
who are
は難
excited
しいんだ
about
ね
it.。
難しいね、横風着陸は。
It's difficult. I
そっ
often
かそ
catch a
っか。
cold.
横風着
Landing is
陸は
difficult.
どのくらいの確率でやってるの？
横風着陸は、あ、スプリット、あ、これだ。これがあれですよ。
It's a warning
多
safety
分
app.
マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーター2024を、予約注文するとおまけでついてくる飛行機。
If you pre-order Microsoft Flight
2024
Simulator 2024, you will receive
リリ
a
ース
free
前にも
airplane.
手に入りました。
Motion compensation off.
どうしたの？
いや、新しい飛行機を見てたんですよ。よくできてる。あ、消えちゃった。
No, no, no,
予約
no,
注文した
no.
の？
I was looking at
マ
a
イク
new
ロソフトフ
airplane.
ライトシミュレーター
It's well
2
made.
予約注文しました。
おお、す
I
ご
already
い
did it.
早く手に入ったの？
いや、まだ、購入はできていませんです。
へえ、まだ書いて
No
ないんだ
wonder
ね。
cannot be purchased.
Motion compensation off.
いやー、今日も楽しかったなー。あきちゃ。これ川島さんだな、きっと。また
そうだね。
リバリー
Well,
が
today
変わって
was fun too. I'm
あ
sure
ー、
it's
潰さ
awesome
れ
そうなんだ
る
too.
うわー、死ぬ。あ、すげえ。
どうし
Die
たの？
tomorrow.
車輪カバーにも字が書いてある。
そうなんだ
フライ
ね。
There are
GS
also letters written on it.
フライパラレル大回転って何？
フライパラレル大回転、すごいな。レガサス。
そうなんだね。フライパラレル大回転。
ボートが。あ、F117 ナイトホークが今離陸していきました。
すごい。
An
F117 はステ
F-117
ルス戦
Nighthawk
闘
has
機だよ
just taken
ね。
off.
そうそう。まあ、戦闘機中より、なんだっけ、攻撃機だけどね、正直なところは。おお、なかなか。
I wonder if it's
こん
more
な
of
近
an
くで、お
attack
お、こんな
plane than
近
a
くで
fighter
見たの初
plane.
めてだけど、めっちゃよくできとるやん。このリベットもすげえ、ちゃんと
This rivet is
光
also
線マッピング
amazing.
で作ってある。
Junior.
へえ、すごい。
いえい、ちょっと覗きますよ。コックピットの中を。
Hey, I'll take a look.
おめっちゃよくできとるやん、この飛行機近くで見たら。こんな近くで見ること
This airplane is really well made when I look at it up close.
あんまりカメラを自由に動かせないので。To open.
All Mori since I can't
そう
move
だ
the
ね。
camera freely.
F117 はステルス戦闘機だからカメラもステルス仕様になってるのかもね。
カメラも。あ、ちょっとこっちは。
The camera is also here.
Danger.
どう見
Do
えてる
not
もん。
open door. If red
あー
warning
do not
light
open door.
is flashing.
うんすご
Flushing.
い。F17 のコックピットは英語でいっぱい話しかけてくるの？
英語では話しかけてこないかな。す
そうか
げ
な。
えな。めちゃめちゃよくできてる。上空を F、
おう
あれだ。FA18 スーパー
I
ホー
guess
ネ
they
ット
don't
戦
speak to me
闘
in
機が
English. That's amazing. It's so well done.
うんうん
FA in the sky.
F
That's it.
飛んでいく。
18ふふふ、すごいね。F18 はアメリカ海軍の戦闘機だよね。
そうそう。すごいすごい。いや、いいね。ヤバス A320。
うんうん。視聴はエ
That's
アバス
right.
A320 の話に
Amazing.
戻りた
Good
い。
320.
ヤバス F320 今見てるから、本当によくできてんな、このモデル。
そうなんだね。視聴
Airbus
はエアバス
F320 looking at it now. This
そっか
model
そっ
is really
か。
well
そうだ
made.
ね。実物は迫力あるよね。
あるある。すごーい。
うんうん。エアバス
Yes, that's
A320
amazing.
はどこの航空会社が一番多く使ってるの？
どこだろうね、一番多く使ってんのは。わかんないな、それは。
ああ、そうなん
It's
だね。
probably
エ
a
アバス
man. I don't know
A320
who
は
uses it
ど
the
の航空
most.
会社もよく使ってるからね。
すげえエンジンの中まですげえ細かくできてる。あれがターボファンですよ。
うんうん。
It's
ターボファン
amazing.
は
It's
ジ
a
ェットエ
member
ン
of
ジ
the
ンの中
engine
でも効
family,
率
and
がい
it's
いんだ
so
よね。
detailed.
そうそう。
Thank you,
割と
fans.
旅客機のスピードで飛ぶぐらいで飛ぶには燃費がいい。
うんうん。エア
It
バ
is
ス
fuel efficient to
A320
fly
は
at a
燃費
speed
がいい
up.
から長距離飛行もできるんだよね。
へえ、思いっきりエンジンに吸い込まれそうな場所にいるけど、ちょっとエンジン落としていくかな。あ、もう公式配信終わったか。
うんうん。まだ
I'm
ま
at
だ
the
話す。
place where I feel like I'm going to be sucked into the engine, but I think I'll slow down the engine a
セ
bit.
スナはミク
Has
ス
the
ダで切って
broadcast
たな。
already ended?
うんうんうん。そうだね。エンジンはミックスできるんだよね。
ミクスチャーで切り。
Can mix.
これ切れなかったな。
そっかそっか。
I
エ
can't
ンジンを
finish this.
はい、
うんうん
電源オフ終わっちゃう。
うんうん。
Yes,
止まらねえ。
power off. It's over.
そっかそっか。エンジンが止まらないのは怖いね。
エンジンは止まってると思うけど、
そっかそっ
プロペラが
か
止。まらね
ああ、ブロケラって
I
何？
think the engine is
え。プロ
stopped,
ペ
but
ラ、
the
これ
propeller
風で
doesn't
回って
stop.
るのかよくわかんないけど、プロペラが止まらないのは怖え。
そっかそっか。プロペラが止まらない
What keeps the propeller
と
from
飛行機
stopping
が
is the
コントロー
voice.
ルできないよね。
Using eye calculation.
ところで機長はどのくらいの飛行時間を積んでいるの？
貴重このゲームだと1000時間を超えてるけど、今何時間ぐらいだろう。止まんねえよ。
そっかそっか。そうなんだ。
Bookkeeping in
ま
this
だまだ
game,
飛ばな
I
い
have
と
sent
ね。
1,000 hours, but I wonder
あ、
how
これ
many
は
hours
食
it
い
is
込んだ
now.
な。ということじゃ、ちょっとプロフィール。あ、プロフィールってこれ見れないんだっけ？メニューに戻らないと。
うんうん。
いや
So I
ー、今
guess
日
I
も
can't
楽し
see
かっ
this
た。コペン
profile
ハーゲンす
profile.
げ
I
え
have
いい
to go
街だ
back
っ
to the
たな。
menu.
またウルトラライトプレーンで飛んでみっかな。
うんうん。
しかしこの週
I'd
末
like to
は
try
3
flying
連
an
休です
ultralight
ね。
plane.
うんうん。
ちょっと浮世の辛さを忘れて、行きたいと思います。
Well, I would like to
Imam
forget
nanjikan
about the
donda ka
hardships of the floating world for a while.
そうだね。どのくらい飛んでるか気になるよね
ちょっ。と気になっちゃった今言われて。あ、富士山だ。これ富士山ほんまに。
I was a little
そう
concerned.
なんだね。
Mount
父は富
Fuji
士
of the
山に登
barber,
った
who
こ
is
とあ
now
る
being
の？
told
登
that
った
it
こ
is
とない
really
んです
true.
よ。それが一遍若い頃に登っとけばよかった。
そっかそっか。
I wish I
な
had
んで？
climbed it
楽
when
し
I
い
was
のに。
younger.
富士山ね、一遍登っておきたかった。ちょっとそれは心残りかな。 まあ、あんまり
そっか
人生に心残りないけど、富士山はちょっと登ってみたかった気がする。
そっか、富士山は本当に綺
Mount
麗だよ。
Fuji, I
登っ
kind
た
of
ら達
wanted to
成
climb it.
感
I
もある
guess
し。
that's a bit of a regret. I don't really have any regrets about my life, but I feel like I wanted to climb Mount Fuji a little bit.
うんうん。市長は今後登る機会はあると思う？
山小屋がいっぱいあるらしいからね。
そうなんだ。そうだね。山小屋に
Apparently
泊
there
ま
are
って
a
登
lot
る
of
人も
mountain
多いみたいだよ。
1100時間超えた。今、私の飛行時間1101時間ですよ。
そっかそっか。
After
すごい。
9 hours,
1000時
my
間超え
flight
てるん
time
だ
is
ね。
now 11,001 hours.
うんうん。市長は飛行機のパイロットになってよかったと思ってる？
フライト島めっちゃ楽しい。ということで、Thanks for watching、見てくださった皆さん、遊んでくださった皆さん、どうもありがとうございました。公式集会超楽しい。ということで、
E-Flight Shima. It was really fun,
thanks for watching.
Sanspo. Thank you very much to everyone
good
who
night or
watched the
have a nice
vaccine
day.
and everyone who played.
週
Official
末、い
collection,
い週末を
Chairman.
お過ごし
It
く
was
ださい。
fun.
ということで、
お疲れ様です。
ありがとうございました。失礼します。
どういたしまして。お疲
Thank
れ
you very
様で
much
した。
for that. Excuse me.